They said the solution was separation. They built a wall and called it liberty. They handed you the bill and called it rights. But the wall was never protection. The wall was their hidden crime and blasphemy. Let's go back to the man. Thomas Jefferson, 802. A letter to the Danbury Baptists, not the Constitution, not a law, not a covenant. A letter. And from that letter, they built the architecture of our captivity. He said a wall of separation between church and state. But Jefferson's God was not Yeshua the Most High. Jefferson's God was a clockmaker who wound the universe and stepped away. A God with a boundary, a God who leaves his flock to run astray. He took a Bible and cut out every miracle. The Jefferson Bible still sits in the Smithsonian. The Gospels with the resurrection removed, a creator with no claim. From that reduced God, they built a system that said, your body belongs to commerce. Your labor belongs to the state. Your land belongs to whoever filed the deed. Your children belong to whoever issues the license. They didn't separate church from state. They separated you from your inheritance.
Jefferson drew the line, but the line was always a line. You cannot wall off the one who owned it all before time. Bereshit, he was first. Bereshit, his claim stands. Every deed, every statute, every wall built on stolen land.
Now let me tell you what blasphemy is. Not a curse word, not irreverence. The Hebrew root nakab, to pierce, to hollow out the wholeness of Yahweh. The Greek blasphemia, a false and damaging claim about his nature. To say about Yahweh, his authority ends here. His sovereignty stops at this line. His ownership does not extend to courts, commerce, contracts, or the bodies of the people he created. That is what the separation doctrine does, precisely, by precise definition. It is not a policy disagreement. It is not a philosophical preference. It is the most blasphemous assertion ever written into the founding law of the most powerful nation the world has ever seen. And it was written by a man who had already cut the resurrection out of his Bible. Pin that tale where it belongs. Jefferson, 802. A letter that became a wall, that became our bonds, it became our chains, giving fiction its claims. But here's what they could not touch. Before Jefferson wrote his letter, before the Constitution, before Rome, before Egypt, before the first government presumed to own another man, Yeshua spoke, and in that speaking, before time had a second to tick, he claimed it all. Bereshit, not a clock starting, a sovereign reigning factually first in time. The Hebrew root says head, chief, and source, the governing authority from which all things proceeds. The Greeks confirmed it, archi, ruling principle, uncaused cause. The Romans confirmed it, principium, the prince source, the first in rank. 7 languages, none coordinated, all in agreement. The world's own scientists traced everything backward and found a 0 point, no space, no time, no matter. Every equation broke and they had no name for it. We have a name, Bereshit. 7 witnesses, singularity, Gödel, the CMB, fine-tuning, quantum mechanics, entanglement, etymology, all testifying. Yah owns it all. He owned it before time. He owns it now. He will own it ever after. All who claimed otherwise has turned of a pair.
All patents are Yah's. All contracts are his too. Every dot and seal is his to reveal every deed on that land. Our flesh, our breath, our blood is Yah's. No wall Jefferson built can change what was always Yah.
So what does that make us? Not owners, we are stewards. Not subjects, we are heirs. Stewards of the trust of the Most High, established before trust had definition. When everything is Yah's, no man can claim rights to it. No court has jurisdiction, no statute can encumber it. No birth certificate can define it, no SSN can account for it. Every atom, every thought, every patent, every contract, every acre, every drop of labor, claimed before time, had a courtroom to hear the case. Jefferson's wall was built inside time. Yes, claim was made before time existed. There is no contest, there never was. The founders were not the foundation. They were men who operated inside time and made blasphemous claims that time will soon erase. Jefferson drew his wall in ink, yet laid his claim in the very structure of reality itself, confirmed by 7 witnesses the world cannot honest to deny. The stewards are awakened, the heirs standing in trust, the trust of the Most High. Before Jefferson, before the false separation of church and state, before all of the lies of men, Yah has always been first in time, before time began.
Bereshit, it is finished. It always been.
Before time, it was finished both now and then.